make real sure that I don't have any gaps in and around these feeder roots. It's very important, especially once the trees come out of the mist, that you don't have any large pockets of air. Because what will happen is, you have the air pockets, the roots will grow in there, and you have a dry area, or maybe it wasn't watered as thoroughly, all those roots in that pocket of air will die and desiccate. Once they desiccate and die, sections of the top can also die. So we like to make sure we keep the soil in around the roots nice and tight. There's a few different ways you can do that. One is by turning the water on and having the water run while we're putting the soil in and around the roots. I like to actually hand pack the mix. I'll put a little bit in there, I'll hand pack it, because I can feel with my fingers if there is any roots that need to have soil around them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to position the tree, make sure that the roots are all at least an inch down in the soil. I don't want any roots. I'm not worried about my nabari quite yet. I'll worry about that in a few years once it gets established and healthy. Right now, my main concern is the health of the tree. A lot of you are saying, may think, why are you putting in such a small pot? Well, the roots, when they hit an edge or they change direction, or with the root maker pot, when they desiccate to the tips and they backbud, they typically backbud 6 inches in where the tip is damaged. When you put this in too big of a pot, what will happen is the branches will come out to the edge of the pot and they'll start to circle, but they'll also backbud further in where the roots hit the tip. Well, if you have it in too big of a pot, all the feeder roots will be out on the edge. We want to put this in a bonsai pot in a few years with feeder roots nice and close to the trunk. So we put it in a smaller pot. Also, we have more control of the fertilizing, have more control of weeds, we're using less soil, putting it in a smaller pot. So it's horticulturally sound, economically sound. I can pick it up. Not easy, but I can pick it up. So that's some of the things that we look at. This is actually going to end up being higher in the pot, but I want to get some soil underneath it so it'll basically hold itself up. Let me turn it off.